numbers from 2023. Here now is Beteta, who's the president CEO of Visit California. Welcome. I don't even know. I guess maybe for someone like you would have to start thinking about this if people have started to think about California getting back to quote unquote normal. But what would you say about that?
Yeah, absolutely, Connell. I'm a native-born resident of California. I've been in a situation where I've actually had to evacuate twice. So I say that with empathy for those that are going through this. In terms of getting back to normal, what we're trying to do and the message we're trying to get out is that 98% of Los Angeles County was completely unaffected by this. It is a tragedy for that 2%, but for those that are looking at, possibly canceling trips or hopefully planning trips, please don't cancel. One of the best ways you can help people get back to normal is to continue your travels here. Mm-hmm. And so that's really our biggest message is come help support LA, love LA. Great time to travel. I know that sounds strange after I saw all the images on.
No, I know. But it is people love going to LA. And there's always so many, big events there. We have a list that we'll put up, but even more so with the Olympics coming up and everything else, where LA is the host, World Cup, Super Bowl in 2026, as well as those summer games. So what do you think the impact of this will be on some of those big events? Do you think it'll have any impact at all?
I honestly don't think there'll be a big impact. As I said, 98% was completely unaffected. Yep. We had a situation with Malibu, with Pacific Coast Highway and some small tourism infrastructure compared to the larger LA affected there. But in terms of the major tourism corridors throughout LA and where these events are taking place, they are fully intact and open for business as even today. It's beautiful. I appreciate you showing live footage of the clarity and how pristine it is right now.
No, it is a good point to have some perspective on this, to say that there are still great places to visit and good times to be had, I suppose. Does LA want tourists and visitors right now? Or, some people might say, well, they're getting in the way, but would it still help the economy for people to go there as well, do you think? Or?
It's such a great question, Connell. Absolutely, yes. I think human nature, they want to give some space for grieving. But think about perhaps some of these people in the tourism industry that might have had damage to their home or lost their home. They don't want to lose their job. And so if that visitor spending ceases, then there's a secondary economic threat to the situation. 1 in 5 people in Los Angeles County are employed in the tourism industry. So those would be the first people that will be inviting you back.
Okay, fair points, good points all around. Beteta, Visit California. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.